There we go. And we do have our draft here.
Oh, and it would be a spicy draft if only they kept Redwoods in.
Yeah, Tflameee picks up House Party, while AJ picks up ABCs, and we have two bands from the same set in Veranda and Redwoods. So, lots of self banning on set so far, and it is actually Tflameee banning Veranda, not the Redwoods ban. The Redwoods ban is what you might expect.
Oh, not from Tflameee. Tflameee is
Yeah,
in love with Redwoods.
yeah. Well, like if someone's gonna pick their own, one of their
Oh,
own
yes.
venues to ban, usually you might expect Redwoods, but actually it's just Veranda this time. So we will have Modern, High Rise, Aquarium, Balcony, Ballroom, and Courtyard. Oh, so much ballroom tonight. I love it.
And that is a lot of Tflameee venues. Tflameee is a big fan of Balcony, Modern, Aquarium, an okay fan of Courtyard and Ballroom. But yeah, this is a lot of Tflameee venues in this set.
Yeah, and I do believe we have the first game. AJ on Spy side, playing a Salmon on Ballroom, starting us out there.
Yep, that's what I've got.
Oh, damn it. Hold on. We've got this bug again.
Well, at least you know how to fix it this time.
Yeah, at least I know how to fix it.
So I think that in these bracket stages, we're going to see a lot more of the self-venue bans. Just because, like I said before, it's such a grab bag within these small pockets of venues that both people are probably going to hate something in any particular venue set that
Yeah,
they
for
might end
sure.
up both banning from the same one.
All right, our first set going to be ballroom. Ballroom. We
Yep.
have Salmon AJ on the Spy side in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, and this is a matchup between AJ, who has been playing a lot of SpyParty over the past like 6 to 8 months, and Tflameee, who's been dominating SpyParty over the past 6 to 8 months.
Tflameee has had quite a bit of success here, right? Recently in all sorts of competitions, playing. It used to be called upsetting people, but now Tflameee is kind of just
Winning.
there. He's just
Just
winning.
very good. Yeah.
So AJ gonna have to work pretty hard, I think, to take a victory here. But it's a clean slate, and reputation or otherwise doesn't matter here. It's just how you play, and it's gonna be who's better on the day. Early green test flirt. Alice doesn't leave us, so very
Whoa.
nice here.
Yeah, and a quick leave from us, as we're going to go into side statue right afterwards, pick up our highlight for statue pickup.
Yeah, pretty rote stuff here from Tflameee. Nothing too concerning about for AJ. However, there is always that issue of just having the highlight, right? It's not the best.
Yeah, and Tflameee is a sniper that is usually double zoomed on bugs, and they have not been paying very much attention to the ambassador this game, it seems like.
Maybe there's some kind of research there. Maybe some thinking that AJ doesn't do bugs too often. I'm not sure. But
Yeah, I mean, for somebody that doesn't have a ton of competitive experience in AJ, there is a lot of data on AJ if you wanted to comb through his VODs, because AJ streams a lot.
yeah, that's fair. How much prep did Tflameee put into this? Is this a read, or is this maybe something that's just going under the radar and not being punished right now?
Yeah, but not a ton happening in this party, but these two front conversations have been full most of the game, which just kind of gives a lot of people in the way for the
This
sniper,
is
as we
going to
do
be
take a
a
banana bread.
little bit of a rough contact with 4 low lights, only 3 people in for real. Here comes a pearl. It's a white test, though, and we're just double zoomed in on it, and the shot indeed
Wow.
comes straight to the dome. Tflameee all over it. Not going to let that go by. Playing a very nice first sniper game to go up 1-0.
Yeah, and I think that I think AJ might have copped that highlight even if he didn't go to statues after that window pad, just because it was such a quick window stay after Alice had been there for a solid amount of time.
Right. Tflameee now on the spy side of Ballroom, playing as Pearls in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Immediate highlight onto Smallman, by the way. We see some people do this, even very, very high-level players like Urand. They just don't want Smallman ever out of their sights.
Yep. Especially on specific venues. I know that Noob will do it as well. Just having him visible even through the back of conversations is pretty important.
That it is. 34% on the flirt here to start us off.
Just an innocent drink.
Yeah, playing it pretty slow here.
We do already have 4 highlights in this party. One of them was just a Smallman highlight. And now Irish is going to not quite get a print, but could have had a bug that that the sniper missed on entry into that pad.
Yeah, and it remains to be seen whether or not AJ is going to be crediting that as a like knowing their blind spot, knowing, I could have missed a bug here. I need to credit this. That is the mark of a good sniper, but it would actually kind of hurt AJ here because it just makes Irish that much more suspicious. But generally speaking, it's going to be better to have that sense of what you're missing out on than not. But in this case, in this, of course, in this one instance, right?
Yeah. And I think that we'll probably see this from Tflameee throughout the set unless it gets punished. Tflameee loves to play slow. If they can get other people shot without doing much, he can just watch the party, see who's suspicious, and then do maybe one hard tell, or just do a suspicious contact for that person. And if that gets punished by no shot happening, then he'll give up on that. But if not, he'll just continue with that the whole set.
Yeah, contact does come off here, letting off a few lowlights. Smallman, notably not one of them, despite being out for that contact. And we are going to go into center statues here. Oh, we could go for a bug. It would have been actually quite good. We were double zoomed in elsewhere. It is going to be a fingerprintable center statue, though.
Yeah, if we can get some green tests here, which we do start out with white. Luckily, it's pearls. So no, we're not going to get it though. We only get 2 inspects and no fingerprint.
But this is going to be a fingerprintable statue at the end. There's going to be a second fingerprintable statue.
Also fingerprintable. Kind of fortunate there that there's one
The
right next
problem
to us.
now is that we don't have enough flirt progress. We've only got 34% on the flirt, and there's only 45 seconds left on the clock. That's not enough time to get 2 flirts if we're just timer floating it. We have to go quicker than that, or we have to find some other way to complete. And it looks like we might go for a purloin, but that would be, I think, a little bit misplaced just because of how suspicious it would be.
Yeah, I think we might be speculating on a bug being possible. If the ambassador comes by us, we can try for a reverse drive-by, but if not,
Here
we're
it
going to have to
comes.
request
He might go for it. Here comes the bug. He leaves the conversation with the ambassador.
Oh.
It's completely covered up on the sniper side. You just have to be crediting it, but the shot does come off!
Wow. Yeah, and it looked really good from the sniper side, too. We leave. It doesn't really look like we break idle. And then we veer off from the ambassador with no apparent bug happening, but AJ just credits it, knows that they're done with prints and statues.
Well, I think the prints were missed is the thing. I think that we didn't, because if we knew we had prints and you're not tracking flirt extremely closely, you're probably already getting shot.
Yeah.
So I think that the pacing on the flirt cost Tflameee this game because despite how good that bug was, it is still an extra mission that you might not have had to do if you had better pacing on your flirt.
Yeah, and when we joined that front right conversation, as soon as we joined it, Smallman left, and when you're playing a character like Pearls, it is really hard to recover from that kind of thing.
Yeah, you need to be a little bit more proactive in chasing those flirts just because of how slow you are and how hard that can be. Very, very nice shot from AJ here to keep it even. Wow. I'm actually quite shocked that shot was taken. Tflameee set this bug up, was ready for it, took a great opportunity, took a great bug, and AJ
and a great
found
path.
It. Yeah.
It even looked like, the ambassador blocked our path to the bookcase, so we're just going to veer off. Like, it looked very good, but takes the shot.
Very nicely done here from AJ. Now it's going to be on to High Rise. This one, 3 of 5, not like the one we saw last time, playing as Kane.
Yeah, this is just the no fun high rise. Nobody likes this version. That's not true. This is a lot of people's favorite venue. 3 of 5 high rise.
I'm not
Just
sure
not
I'd
me.
go that far.
No, there's many people that this their favorite
Really?
setup and venue.
I'm surprised.
Just not me.
I'm surprised. Like, I don't hate it, but it's a little bit boring. In my a lot of the time, like it can get exciting, but like the average game is very samey, and we'll see if this comes true in 3, 2, 1 playing it. But the average game to me looks like the spy idling for a while, waiting for someone to go to center statues, contacting for them. If they don't get shot after that, the person
Then
went
we
to
go to
center
center
statues. Then
statues.
exactly, then
Yeah.
we go to center statues, and then we likely get shot there. AJ starting off a little bit differently, going with the early inspects, although we were brought here by the AI control.
Yep. Interesting at the start of the game on high rise.
Quick contact too. Which is
It's a quick contact, and it's only real for us, general, and smallmen.
That's true, but it's just
also very good.
It's just a really good contact, right? Like it's a very reasonable fake to be taking, even if you're in another conversation. So
Yeah,
it's
I think
not.
that there was one low light available. I'm not sure if it was Pearls or if it was this twin.
AJ taking the really quick route here. We're going in straight to finish these inspects. If we can find a second green flirt here, I think that very well could be a win
No
for
blink.
AJ. No blink though, which is not a real thing, by the way.
It certainly is against this sniper.
The blinks, they are not the real. There are no actual rules to them. It's just a thing that sometimes happens and can give you an indication of like the normal timing. Wow, that's a very, very impressive shot. Immediate coming off from here from Tflameee.
And that was also a really nice game from AJ because he hits the 2 flirt.
Yeah, hits the 2 flirt. Just very nice. Very, very nice.
You have to be pretty darn sure that they're acting like the spy if you're going to shoot for that 2 flirt there.
Window etiquette, Tflameee has in chat, by the way.
Yep, didn't blink at the window.
Window etiquette. I mean, stayed there for long enough. I don't know. Were we ever at windows otherwise? I think Tflamee's messing with us. But it's a very nice shot nonetheless. Very, very well done.
Yeah, I frequently choose to not believe Tflameee on why he shoots people. What he says, what is usually not the reason he actually shoots people, but sometimes he's telling the truth.
I think in this case, what it most likely was is that we were sort of tipped off to how it might have been a very quick rush on the missions there by the early contact. Usually, when you see these like flirt, two green flirt center statues and contact, the contact comes at the end, so it doesn't seem as early. But it seems early enough that you're not really willing to shoot. So perhaps that's the kind of tip off that we saw from for Tflameee here. But it's a very nice shot nonetheless. We all go on to the next game.
And it is fairly easy on high rise to track flirts for 3 people, because keep in mind only 3 people had real banana bread.
That's true.
That's the only 3 people that were threatening finishing this game. So being able to be sure who's actually getting their flirts done of those 3 is pretty reasonable.
It's still a very impressive shot to be confident about because it is that 2 flirt still. It's just well done from Tflameee. Seemed to have made the decision before the flirt ever came off. So Tflameee on the spy side, trying to break serve here. And 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yep, Tflameee just going to sort of go up the ranks of speed, starting with Pearls, now going to Sorry. Not sure who the 3rd slowest is. Don't know if it's Tex, Smallman. Not sure who it is.
I don't actually know because like it's very easy to know like the bottom 2 slowest because they're pretty significant. Like it's by a pretty significant margin. The others are not. They're all more clumped together, right?
Tex is pretty slow though.
That's true.
It might be Tex.
Fingerprints are off, so this briefcase is completely useless, but that means that it could be used to lose some suspicion. Other than that, we're sitting here waiting on, potentially people to join
Wow,
for
and
a
it looks like
contact.
they might all join.
Queen is going into this
Yep.
conversation. The only person out is this SDA. That's really quite unfortunate for Tflameee, actually. It's a
So
great contact.
we're in almost the exact same situation as we just saw from Tflame Sniper. There's 3 real banana breads on the map and no lowlights. It does look like Boots got a lowlight at some point, but we're gonna do another banana bread that doesn't make much sense.
Banana bread.
Yeah, that's true. No one new gets a contact here, which is interesting.
Yeah, just some people get a fake that didn't have a fake, and that's a very odd contact to take. It makes me think that maybe Tflame was trying to flirt.
Maybe.
See, now it's actually a surprisingly good contact until Pearls leaves there. But we're just going to try and finish up our flirts in this conversation. We do have 84% now. So 1 flirt from anywhere, as long as it takes, we'll do it. And then we can try to figure out a mission to take.
Now, we said that fake was a little bit unorthodox and interesting, but we did see 2 AIs that were not previously get highlights in the wake of that fake. So it does seem to have paid off for Tflameee here.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure AJ just noticed that General left in the middle of his talk after being interrupted by Queen, and now Queen goes and talks
Oh, we might
right
go
next
for
to
a
him.
bug here, no?
Yep, safety off on Queen. She entered that conversation following General, talked, and left.
That's a big... That does look very spy-like, to be fair, from AJ here, but you have to be aware of whether or not they could have actually finished missions. I don't know if Queen's been to center statues or, to 2 sets.
And also does not have a banana bread,
Yeah, that's true.
which I'm pretty sure is the only reason that shot is not getting taken on Queen.
General did take a drink here. We're gonna go for a contact. Another one. Here
And
comes
a
a
bug
bug!
in the wake of it.
Yeah.
The bug just looked like a talk. It was very, very subtle. It's blatantly on camera, and it's just not going to get caught.
Nicely done. Very nice bug. Sorry, known for having a fantastic sending bug. Used Toby as cover. Used the distraction of the contact as cover. Very nicely executed. And then take a drink from Toby innocently. So it's like, look at me. I'm not finishing. Don't worry about it. Tflameee getting going up 3-1.
And when you're getting 3 contacts in a game of High Rise, and realistically there's only 2 possible lowlights to take from those 3 contacts, that's brutal for the sniper.
That is true. Those were all very good contacts.
Because you feel like you should be getting so much more out of that as the sniper, and instead all it does is distract from that one mission.
Indeed. We'll be going on to our next venue, which is going to be balcony. We're going to have some balcony.
Yep. In the middle of a set this time, not at the start of it, so both players are dialed in a little bit beforehand. But it's still balcony.
AJ playing as Buns. We'll see how they handle the balcony in 3, 2, 1, playing it. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that Tflameee did do like 1,000 games of balcony recently on stream for like his birthday.
And Tflameee is not the type of player that you can do poor pathing and etiquetting on balcony against. That's gonna be for the most part what Tflameee is watching this entire game.
Yeah, everyone's a highlight. If you're not a low light, you're a highlight right now because I think because of talks. We have one low light because they were taking a drink from Toby during the contact. General gets a low light here, maybe for the timing of this talk does not seem to be in accordance with anything else that Tflameee has seen so far. Balcony is very hard to cast because so much of it is just inside of the sniper's head. You don't know exactly why these lights are happening. You only get to see the light and the end result. 43% on our first flirt, but we're already a highlight. We were seen talking during contact. 1 minute left on the clock, and that's just not enough. We're going to have to move around a little bit or have Wheels move around a little bit to help us out. Wheels starts to move. But he's going for a briefcase.
Gonna move, but so are we. And that briefcase is now incorrect for one of the 2 of them.
That's true. It could be incorrect. There's also the potential thing to say that, we were going for this briefcase, but Wheels walked over our spot, and we just went to this window pad instead. So it's not strictly speaking illegal, I don't think, because we could have been redirected off of it. But yeah, Wheels gets a little late for that bouncing.
Yeah, the bouncing right afterwards, and I guess it's not technically illegal, just statistically unlikely, and we are going to take the shot.
Comes off on our second flirt of the game. Very nicely done from Tflameee. Balcony. It's always joked that this is a coin flip venue, but you really do see the kind of intuition and the strength of players who are good at balcony coming out in these kind of sets.
Definitely, especially when you can see a sniper like that just narrow down the party. I say narrow down, like there's 6 possible spies on balcony, but narrowing it down to 3 possible spies is such a huge difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, AJ going to be given the chance to do the same thing with Tflameee on the spy side playing as Seek. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And I'm feeling a 3 green game from Tflameee here, and I'm already incorrect.
Nice try. But we do have an immediate stop talk. That's interesting. Stop talking on balcony is very risky, right? Because it's so much easier to be caught for it. But the upside is so much larger. Because we don't seem to have been caught for that stop talk, now there's this scenario where we haven't been seen talking yet, but we have a contact and we have 1 flirt down. That could mean the difference between getting shot and getting away with a mission win.
It also means that something like leaving the conversation now before you're perceived as talking can sometimes just earn you a low light.
That is true.
That talk and stop talk in the first 5 seconds is it's just brutal.
Bounced his ST away from the spot she was taking at Windows while trying to meet her there. Unfortunate for Tflameee here.
It looks like we're going to go try and join her again, and that's such a good path.
That was a nice path. General getting flickered on here from AJ. Not looking good. 68% now. Wow, that was a really impressive path. That looked so AI-like.
Yeah, weaving in between people there, like in that situation or at a bar, it's just so hard to replicate consistently.
Yeah, very nicely done from Tflameee. Flirt cooldown is now expired. One
wow,
more
General
flirt will do it, and General just dies anyways.
He just talks again as soon as somebody enters. Like, come on.
Yeah. And Tflameee now in the lead of the set, 5-1.
Yeah, really tough lead to come back from when you're only playing to 7. Especially with what we have coming up. I mean, we have Modern, Aquarium, and Courtyard as the last 3 venues. It seems unlikely that Tflamee's not going to win 2 of those.
Yeah, it is going to be a very, very difficult road here for AJ at this point in the set. But you have to hunker down and you have to just shake it off, right? You can't let the pressure of being down games get to you. You just have to play your best game, and you have to try your best to turn the set around. And we'll see if AJ can do it here on Modern. Modern 4-8. AJ on the spy side playing as Rocker. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yep, such a great venue. Such a great character for this venue. I'm just a big fan of Rocker on Modern. No particular reason.
Really? Just this specific venue and character combo gets you going?
Yeah. I don't know. It feels like a lot of the only good bugs on this venue are wrong arms. She's got a pretty good wrong arm. It doesn't stick backwards very much.
Okay. The good thing about Rocker's wrong arm is that it just looks a lot like her walking animation. I have been fooled by her walking animation more times than I can count, okay? Thinking it's a wrong arm. It's ridiculous.
Yes. I mean, it looks like she's bugging with every step as she's walking past. I'm just watching her bug the air. You're going to have to request a drink at some point, AJ. Okay.
Took a moment. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What? Tflameee noticed this?
That's Tflamee's a speedrunner, and that's the kind of thing that you can get shots on in daily speedruns.
I just Monatters.
I mean, I saw it too. Like, it's it was just too long, and Tflameee sees it and is just like, no, I'm not having it.
Wow.
And now, it's also possible Tflameee caught the white time ad. Like,
That's true.
it's very possible. It was a short window stay, and it's a white time ad.
Maybe that might have been what tipped us off, perhaps, to watching.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm just still like if we already had some attention on Rocker going into this bar visit, then it makes a little bit more sense. But if it's just that thing that we see out of this huge party that we're trying to keep track of, what are you even looking at, Tflameee? It's crazy.
Yeah, 20 guests on Modern. There's so much stuff to do at the start of the game, and you're just going to notice a late request at bar. That's one of those fear of God shots that Warning Track likes to bring up when somebody's
absolutely.
maybe already super behind or super ahead in their set.
Just like, you play my game.
Yep.
And Tflameee, it is certainly his game, his match to win now. On the Spy side, 6-1, 5 match points to go, Monatters. The way he's been playing so far, it'd be hard to believe it if AJ actually came back into the set. But there is still that road. As long as Tflameee doesn't get to 7, AJ still has a chance, but it's going to be real difficult. And Tflameee looking to shut him down right now. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And if I'm Tflameee, I'm just going all out aggro every game, or I'm just doing nothing every game.
No!
Please get brought back.
No!
Please get brought back.
No, not like this. I think that we were trying to low-light the SDA behind us, but then we low-lit Alice instead.
Okay. We're at statue. It's gonna get noticed.
Okay. Yeah. This set is not going to end so unceremoniously.
Yeah, the twin is still neutral lit. We went to a statue. That was just unlikely to stay as a low light. But yeah, pretty terrifying to see when they're on match point. But yeah, if I'm Tflameee, I'm either going all out aggressive, getting my missions done as fast as possible, or I'm just doing nothing.
Yeah, for sure. It's putting the pressure on AJ in one of two ways, basically. You're either saying, I dare you to hold when you are up against the wall like this, or saying, I can do whatever I want, I have this set in my hands, you need to catch me now.
Yeah, I mean, and both things are completely valid. It's just putting all the pressure onto AJ, and obviously all the pressure is on AJ because it's 6-1.
Yeah, Tflameee just cruising here in this set so far. Playing it pretty slow, as you mentioned. That might be one of his game plans here. We did get the early highlight from the inspects, of course, so it's a little bit interesting to see that coming through. But we will have 34% on the flirt here. Stop talking immediately. Doing a little bit of cheese.
And we're not going to get a purloin from this delegate. Looks like we're going to go for a briefcase that is definitely difficult, if at all fingerprintable, and it doesn't look like it is fingerprintable.
No, it was going to be a difficult at best because someone else had just set it down, but we have already that briefcase has already seen too many hands to have a fingerprint on it that is usable.
And who would do that? Who would just pick up that briefcase that doesn't belong to them and then just set it down?
Well, they're trying to be nice and return it to the ambassador, right? Like, but the ambassador's busy. They're like, I guess he's busy. I shouldn't bother him. I know it's this very important briefcase that does all of the plans for, I don't know why an ambassador would bring plans to a party, but this is a fingerprintable statue. It's a green test on the fingerprint.
It is. It's also going to be us finishing inspects, and it looks like we got a fake highlight out of AJ. Maybe trying to make Tflameee think he's getting away, as we're just going to look at the grass below the deck. I was not expecting that.
Maybe trying to hide what our laser is looking at a little bit. That is something that some players like to do sometimes. obscure that vision for the spy. The spy has to look a little bit more
Yeah,
actively at what's being. Like, you have to look out instead of just being able to see the laser from your normal cam view. Like, you have
yeah.
to.
The thing about that on modern is just the sniper can always see everything, so it's not really gaining much to know where the laser is.
It's nice to know what the angle's at. Oh,
Yeah,
T-flame
through the window.
through the
What a
window.
boss.
I mean, this is illegal because the ambassador's way too close, but through the window.
Yeah, I mean, the ambassador, I guess, came from the statue and went straight to the bar, so there's no excuse on that briefcase. But reasonably, like, the ambassador could have been far away when we started going to it. But yeah, totally illegal, but also totally not something a spy does.
Yeah, that is something an AI will do a lot of the time. They'll pick up things like kind of unintuitively through just because you can. The game mechanics allow them to. Oh, but we're gonna have
Oh,
to run around here a little bit
the
too
real
quickly.
twin, the real twin is the
Ah, the
one that's just
double agent
not
is
entering.
double agent. What are you doing? We're gonna have to go for a swap at the end of this game, and I don't know if how we're gonna be able to get away with it. It's a green test swap, so there is gonna be some pending here. But we're
Yeah,
one of the only people. There's no one at Windows, so there's no suspicion of time ad. The best thing is that there might be a purloin pending, but you have to
yeah.
imagine that we're just gonna get shot for doing this.
The suspect pool on the purloin pending though has to be just
Are we gonna
so
go for
minuscule.
a direct take at bar before the statue comes off? We are. We are gonna go for the direct take, and we don't get shot. T-Flame manages to dodge the bullet effectively. Knew that if that swap came off, they were just dead. So they went to the bar instead,
That's
and
that is the biggest brain play I've ever seen because
now
they should also just be dead for that. They never entered a conversation.
exactly like yes, yes, taking a purloin here for for anybody, it doesn't make sense because you've gone straight from statue to purloin. It's got to be a direct, right? But the panic of realizing that it's not this swap you thought it was
Yeah.
is gonna have
just confused AJ.
It confused AJ. It forces you into this mental reevaluation, and you're all the while these beeps are just sounding in your ears. Beep 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 beep. The game is ending. You gotta shoot someone. And AJ cracks under the pressure here. T-Flame takes the set 7-1. Wow, what an impressive just like pulling that out at the last second. The double agent here. Double agent decides in the last 10 seconds of this game decides
He's just done.
I'm done. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna look out onto these trees. These nice little. There's a little bridge over here too. Look at that. This is beautiful.
Yeah. He says the sniper was looking at this nice grass. I'm going to also.
So T-Flame has to resort to this statue visit. And a white test dies here, surely, because AJ's definitely watching this. You're always watching
Yes.
people who could be finishing at the end of the game. But then there's a pending. No one at Windows. No one at all. So there's no way that it is a time ad.
Yep.
But there's only
and
a
AJ's
couple
on
things
it.
it could be. Yeah, there's only a couple things it could be. It could be either us at statue getting a green swap, or it could be someone delegating a purloin.
That
And
would already have to
T-Flame-
be delegated.
T-Flame understands that there's just not enough options. I'm gonna die if we see this swap happen. So runs over to bar, gets the overtime ticking before the swap happens, freaks AJ out, and though AJ could have figured this out, it's not easily sussed out, but there's enough evidence around to shoot Alice. But it's just so hard to do, especially as a less experienced player, right? When you have a lot of game time under your belt, it's just not often that you're going to be experiencing pending overtime. You can play 100 games, and maybe you're going to play into pending overtime 5 or 10
Twice.
times. 5 or
Yeah,
10
like-
times. 5 or 10 times is my guess at it, right? So the amount of experience you have in these high pressure, I need to shoot someone, I need to make a good decision shot, it really plays in to your thought process and how you handle this at the end of this game, and T-Flame managed to take advantage of that and wins the set.
Yep. And I think that those hanging clocks on bar venues are so much more stressful for the sniper, just because there's a lot of people that could have something to do with a purloin instead of like a purloin chain
Yeah,
where if you have that in your mind, you know it's going to be 3 people total.
exactly.
Um, but yeah, just getting to mission win countdown sometimes is enough, and doing it confusingly is usually enough.
Yeah, very, very well done here from Tflame. A dominating victory, 7-1, and Tflame kind of cementing himself at the top. A lot of really strong players, right? Saying, I belong here too. It's not just you guys. I'm here. I'm going to go far in this tournament. And I'm excited to see more.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to talk about the best players in SpyParty, you're including Tflame right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Tflame has been getting so much better so quickly, and has just been showing it off. And that, everyone, is our cast. Very exciting 2 matches. And even though this last match was pretty decisive, we just saw a lot of really, really nice play, a lot of destructive stuff. It was very exciting. Thank you, Manatters, for casting with me. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And if you are interested in the game, it is SpyParty. You can get it on spyparty.com or on Steam. Typically, we prefer to recommend getting it off of spyparty.com. You get access to the forums, which will come to everybody, but it's not there quite yet. And it just gives a little bit more money to the developer, who we all love, Chris Hecker. So if you're interested in the game, that is where you can find it. If you're interested in more competitive SpyParty, come on over to Discord at discord.gg/SpyParty. It is where all of these tournaments are being organized. There's the Winter Cup. There's a Penguin pool in the Winter Cup for people who who got knocked out in group stages and people who did not get into the main event, as there was a 64-player cutoff. There's just a lot of competition going on all the time.
Yep, and
So
that penguin pool is still open. If you want to join it, hop on the Discord and just let somebody know in the Winter Cup channel that you want to join the penguin pool.